Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. And as you guys can tell by the title, today we will be taking delivery of my childhood dream Japanese car. But before we get to that, I have some news about the Z. Now with the delivery of the new car today, unfortunately we're going to be having to say goodbye to the Nismo. The issue is this. Department of Motor Vehicles, go fuck you. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, so I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. The Department of Motor Vehicles has sent me a letter. How fucking nice of them. I love those guys. They're so cool. Important notice. Service for order of suspension. When you drive a Tomei 370Z Nismo through Los Angeles, this is what you get. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of this car because I am not driving a stock exhaust 370Z. OEM Nismo exhaust is back on the car. If I didn't go back to stock exhaust, this car would probably be in the impound lot and I would have lost my license by now. So over the last few weeks, I've had to revert this car completely back to stock, detune it, pass smog, do all that good stuff, and it sucks. Ew. Get me out, get me out, get me out. You
good?
Dude, it sounds so bad. Now, if any of you guys are interested in the purchase of my 370Z Nismo, it's going to be for sale at my buddy's shop here in Glendale, California, called Corsa Gallery. All the information will be down below. The car will be there this coming Monday and onwards, so you guys can come on by, check out the car, and if you're interested, you can take this bad boy home. But until then, we have the Arizona show coming up this weekend, so this car will be at the Arizona show, and the new car today will be at the LA show the following weekend. Let's go take delivery of my brand new 28-year-old, not brand new, Japanese dream childhood car gone wrong in the hood shot. Now, a buddy of mine that currently owns this Japanese car has chosen not to be on video, and unfortunately we don't want to film in front of his house because he is a private seller. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go pick up this car, take care of all the paperwork, insure it, and end up right back here in a couple hours. And within 2 hours of this car listing, I put a deposit down on it and we just picked it up, and I am absolutely in love with this thing. It's just going through my head what I'm going to be doing to this car and all the videos we're going to have on the channel with this car. And without further ado, let's not waste more of your time. Check this bad boy out. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, my 1995 S14.5 converted Silvia. Fuck, I have a Nissan Silvia now. We're already here, so let's start off with the front end of this car. This is obviously an S14 that has been converted to an S15 front end, which concludes of the front bumper, the headlights, the hood, and the S14.5 fender. This front plate is absolutely got to go. Ew, I've never in my life had a car with the front plate. This is what I like to call a set of Repmeisters. They are Workmeisters. As you guys know, Tata had these on his IS300, but they're replicas. They gotta go. Blue brake calipers underneath. It looks phenomenal with the white. I don't want to give away too much to you guys, but the theme of this car is going to be white and blue. Stick around to find out. Brand new set of BC coilovers on this bad boy. It's looking real good. I think I can lower it just a little bit more. We're not scraping quite yet, and I gotta be scraping for it to look cool. Brand new 240SX taillights on this thing. These are stupid expensive and like pretty hard to find, I've heard, so we got some of those. If you guys are wondering, the original color of this car is black. It's actually just been wrapped white, and I plan on painting it white as well, or like an alpine white. Sheesh. Chris, how do you fill up gas? It doesn't open. You gotta wiggle it. This is what he told me. You gotta wiggle it. Now imagine you're at a gas station filling up gas, and you see this guy with a gas hose filling it up into his trunk. You trip out, right?
I would call the police.
So he actually included, how nice of him, a broomstick. You know, pop up to the show. Sheesh. What the fuck? Hello? I forget. He said you had to slam it, so. How the fuck? Haha, there we go. Oh no, it's not. How am I supposed to close my trunk? All right, after about 25 minutes, the trunk is closed, the taillight's broken. No, I'm kidding. As you guys can all tell, we got some rivets here, which means the car is obviously wide body. Do not quote me on this, but I believe this is an Origin Labs wide body kit for the rear quarter panels that has been cut It has been riveted on. It looks phenomenal. The fitment is great, but the front end is not wide body. I basically have a rear wide body and the front is stock body, but not for long. Now, once again, I don't want to give away too much about this car, but we obviously will be adding wider fenders up front. It's going to have a little vent here. We love that. SR20, manual, turbo. I don't know too much that's been done to this. I know it is the stock block. It's had some head work done, some ARP head studs. It has a Tomei cam in there that you guys will hear very, very shortly. It's got a bottom mount turbo, so you can't really see it, but it's a little step up from the S15 OEM turbo. So I believe it's a Garrett GTX 3080R. I don't know. The funny thing is he said you have to absolutely slam the trunk, but be as gentle as you can with the front. One little flaw I need to point out to you guys. As you guys can see, there is this tiny gap here that wasn't there 2 weeks ago when he took it to get an alignment and they put it on the alignment rack and they absolutely destroyed the front bumper, so it is now zip tied from here. But everything else is pristine. This is not a hood gap here. It actually has risers on there that absolutely need to go because it just makes it look like the hood doesn't fit properly. Once again, gonna have new fenders, gonna have mirrors, gonna have side skirts. I do not like how high up this is to the ground, so I'm looking for the JDM Hot Boy side skirts. You guys know the deal. We're gonna be down here somewhere. Why don't you hop on inside and let's show them what's going on in here. Would I be a true JDM Hot Boy without this thing hanging here? Oop, aha. Ooh. We have brand new door jambs, which are pretty hard to find. I've heard from the previous owner, and these are in fairly new condition, straight from Nissan. Now, everything from the center console to the center of the dash has been replaced at OEM Nissan parts. Don't look at that quite yet. We actually do have Apple CarPlay in here. You buy an S14, what's the first song you would play in an S14? We have a Tomei shift knob, we got a short shifter in here, and my personal favorite part about the interior over here, and this car's actually been featured on multiple pages for this, is this boost controller that has been plugged into where the electronic cigarette lighter would go, which is very, very sick. I can actually fuck with the boost from here. We have a USB cord in here. I don't think that's OEM. Is that OEM? That does not look OEM. We got a bunch of extra parts here that he hooked me up with. You know, we got the gauges over here.